Hello, it's Calvin, and I'm going to be doing a book review on The Catcher in the Rye right here. So first thing, I want to get this out of the way. I had mixed feelings about this book. I know that a lot of people enjoy this book, The Catcher in the Rye. It's a very well-acclaimed piece of literature. A lot of people really enjoy this book, but personally, I felt that it was underwhelming. Now, if you haven't read The Catcher in the Rye, it follows his main character. His name is Holden. He has a lot of mental disorders, mental problems within him that he fails to address until towards the end of the book. And for example, these include depression, loneliness, alienation from his society, criticism of those around him, and a lot of others. Now for the plot of the book, it begins with Holden at this school, right? And he doesn't really fit in with this environment. He doesn't really like the people around him. He considers them to be fake. Their personalities are fake. They're trying to please everyone around him, and he doesn't really like that. Throughout the book, he slowly gets worse. His mental problems start to worsen and everything. He leaves the school and he lives in New York City, and he goes there. And the plot just follows him walking around this city and dealing with those problems as he tries to stop being lonely. Now, the problem I had with this book was that it felt very slow throughout most of the book until the very end when things actually started picking up. Everything was mostly built up until that end climax when everything was resolved. I feel like the author J.D. Salinger, I feel like he was trying to expose the problems with some people with dealing with depression, loneliness, alienation from society, and trying to resolve them and try to fit in and the criticism that they have for society. Now, the whole book was narrated from Holden's point of view, so you get to really see the problems that he has within him, as in depression and the alienation from others and the criticism that he has for those around him. Now, this creates sort of a bias because you really reminisce with his thoughts about society and everything that's going on. But at the same time, seeing everything play out from our narrator's point of view, which is Holden, it makes you question the reliability of everything that's going on in his mind, because he has all of these mental problems within him. So is he someone that you can really trust to tell you all these events and his criticism of others? So altogether, I still feel like this was a well-written piece of literature. Although most of it was very slow-paced, that may have just been personal preference, because I really like fast-paced, a lot of action, those type of books, and this felt very slow compared to those. So I would still recommend this to a lot of readers. I wouldn't really specify what demographic, because it can apply to a lot of readers. It really delves into the mind of someone who is depressed and alienated from his society and how he deals with those problems. So despite it being very slow-paced for a lot of the book, the ending was very redeeming, and it was a very satisfying ending to close everything off and to close off our main character.